Hello, everyone. Of course, you know me. I'm DJ Kaz, and this is not another regular show review. This is actually my own personal wrestling little diagnostic test, so to speak. I'm about to go in on a lot of things. And for anybody out there who is not familiar, yes, I am a wrestling fan. So this is actually going to be talking about specifically on the return of Seth Rollins for anybody who knows out there. And as you see, I am wearing a Rollins t-shirt. I like the guy, so if any of you think that I'm just going to be biased about this, then go right ahead. But yes, Seth Rollins, for anybody who watched this past Sunday at Extreme Rules, he made his return and he got a tremendous babyface reaction that night. He comes back for anybody who watched last night on Monday Night Raw. He comes back again. He gets the Triple H 2002 reaction pretty much, and I'm a Seth Rollins fan. I was happy to see him back. I'm not like the people who was like bantering, being all nice to him and all that, and all of a sudden want to. And please, people, please get this trending. Hashtag Rollins bandwaggers. That's what I'm calling the people who want to jump off the Sam Rollins bandwagon. I just want to talk about I just want to talk for a few minutes that when Seth Rollins came back, again, he got babyface reaction. Triple H 02 babyface reaction from injury. He was soaking it in, and then all of a sudden he turns. Well, he still keeps his heel character, and for some reason, I see a lot of people bitching and moaning and crapping on his return. And I'm hearing people say, "Oh man, he should have came back as a face. WWE should have took the opportunity to turn him a face, just organically make him a face." Have any of you not been watching wrestling for so long? For anybody out there watching this, we have been, as wrestling fans, watching this. You have to be for a very long time. You know that Vince McMahon is not going to get off the face versus heel dynamic. That's the way he thinks. And I don't know why everybody is bitching and complaining that Rollins didn't come back as a face. If anything, he should have stayed as a heel, and I'm about to give you logical reasons why he needs to stay a heel. So you're telling me that we're supposed to forget all the crap that he did going all the way back to the Shield turn in 2014, to him winning Money in the Bank, to him winning the title at Mania, to him being champion, then him losing last November via injury, and all of a sudden we're supposed to like Seth Rollins. I like Seth Rollins because I never jumped off the bandwagon. Anybody else who wants to jump on the bandwagon, just get the fuck off. But yeah, seriously, like people need to like understand. And I just really need to discuss this because, like I said, people are just bitching and moaning about. It. Look, the company is in lack of heels right now. For anybody who has not been watching or hasn't noticed, Chris Jericho, he technically doesn't count for anybody watching, but still, Seth Rollins coming back as a heel works for now, and I'm going to tell you why. We have to put ourselves in the position that, how would we feel in his position of, we do all this work for the company that we work for, we busted our ass, he won the title, I won the title, use myself as an example, if I won the title and I heard people crapping on me saying that my championship reign was shit, that I was a coward, that I was a dastardly heel of a champion, and then all of a sudden I get hurt, and then everybody all of a sudden just wants to send like little flowers, cards, just saying, "Hope you get well soon, Seth. We're gonna be happy to have you back. Please get well." If I was him in that position, I would stay true to myself and be like, screw the people who still crapped on me during my championship reign and all of a sudden want to like me. That was Seth Rollins being true to himself. I always talk about realism in wrestling, and when I can be real with any wrestler who's talking on the mic, if I can feel what he feels, that means he's doing his job. Yes, they could have easily turned him back face, but then that's basically insulting my intelligence. So all of a sudden, Seth Rollins is supposed to change his velocity on the WWE and what his position was just because he was gone for 7 months. You protect his character when you do that. And also, it doesn't insult my intelligence as a fan because as a person who I liked Seth Rollins and I still was with him even with his championship run, You're telling people to screw him. You can like me or you can hate me. It doesn't matter. I don't need you. That is Seth Rollins being true to himself. Again, is he supposed to change just because he was gone for 7 months rehabbing? That just doesn't make any fucking sense. And I'm hearing people say, well, they could have did the Shield reunion. Like, it would have helped Rollins. Seriously, people who are saying that he needs to turn face, in order for him to be face and in order for it to work, he needs to have something that he can come back to, so that way, if he is a face, it can work. As at this point in time, there is nothing for him, if he would have turned face last night, for him to do. And for all we know, him being a heel right now could be a short-term thing. Another issue is wrestling fans are not willing to be patient. You have to be willing to be patient. The guy has only been back for 48 hours, 2 days. I'm willing to sit here and say, I love Seth Rollins and I love Roman Reigns, but I'm willing to give Rollins time. Like I said, this could be short term, but for him being a heel is the smart thing to do right now. And everybody can say, oh, they're going back to the well with Rollins. Look, the company needs heels right now. They have no heels. And the best part I liked about Ron's promo, he's, like I said, he stayed true to himself. He didn't change his philosophy on anything, which any human being can and probably should do, in a sense. Like, if I was in his position, like, I would say, fuck the people who said that my championship run was shit. I don't need you. I mean, all that matters is what the work that I put in. See, if I can relate to him, then that means he's doing his job. There you go. That is one of the reasons why the character and the face dynamic of Seth Rollins is questionable to some people. But for now, he needs to stay as a heel for company purposes. And again, if everybody who wants to say that the Shield reunion needs to happen, look, when it comes to the Shield reunion, I want all three members of the Shield to be established singles guys, so that way when they come back as a faction, whenever that point may be, it's more memorable. You don't want to throw three of those guys back in just because one of them doesn't have anything to do right now. But as far as Seth Rollins, they did a good job keeping him as a heel, and he stayed true to himself. I cannot emphasize that any longer or any more. That was my little badge on Seth Rollins. For anybody who listened to this or even watched this, give me your thoughts and let me know what you think. I'm DJ Cash, Seth Rollins Dynamic. Glad to have the man and the architect back. Peace out.